Okay, now we have someone very special, you all know him, Mr. Dave Benton. Okay. Yeah.
He doesn't want me to say that this is not good.
Okay, so Mr. Benton, it's a pleasure to have you here.
Nice to be here.
Well, I'm gonna ask you something about, you've been in Estonia for how long?
Too long.
Too long, okay. And you came here in...
Yeah, this year is it's gonna be exactly 15 years.
15
came to Estonia.
That's a lot.
It is a lot.
What brought you here, or why did you come?
Why?
Yeah.
Valentine's Day, my friend. Love, love, love. Now, I met a wonderful Estonian girl, and I was wise enough to follow her all the way here. And since then, I decided to stay here.
Okay, and you grew up in Aruba, right?
Yes.
And you go to high school there?
If I?
You went to high school there?
I went to high school there. I went to partly college there. I learned basically all my basic knowledge of business education and music there. I moved to Boston to get my sales marketing management degree. I got my gemologist jewelry degree. So you have a little bit an idea what I study in my life.
Okay, and how was high school?
High school was pretty fun. I always consider high school a jump to the platform of show business for me. Before I finished high school, I had 3 different bands, and it was fun playing all the proms, all the school parties, and especially at that time because you never had mixed schools like you have now, boys and girls in the same classes. We were one big school, only guys. And at the other side you had one big school, only girls. So when you have the parties...
It's good times. And childhood in Aruba, what was it like?
My childhood, it's a very interesting childhood actually. If you're born and raised in a small island, which wasn't considered to be a rich island like it is now, but you have to scramble everything, and you have to look at your parents scrambling everything for you to be educated, for you to have food and everything. But although all that, this was a happy island. It was happy. People were living like they were living. What we had, that was what we had. There's nothing extra or special. The only thing is that we were happy by ourselves. So the poverty and all that never made an effect on us. We had good influences. So you grew up looking forward to better things, to good things.
And when you came to Estonia for the first time, what was it like?
It was scary, to tell you honestly. I spent 1.5 years in East Berlin in a big musical at Friedrichstadt Palace. But East Berlin basically was at that time just 1 year after they brought the wall down. And East Berlin was pretty gray and dark still. And when I came to Estonia for the first time, I was like, whoops. A lot of gray buildings and all that, you know. So, but I don't know. For one reason, I always was and have been pretty optimistic about Estonia, you know, and not even thinking that I will be able to win the Eurovision for Estonia.
Oh yeah, that was a big thing. I was jumping on my bed when you won, so you made me happy at least. I mean, okay, then Eurovision, how was, like, those days Eurovision was, I think, for Estonians more important. And so, I mean, for you to be a Eurovision winner and coming back to Estonia, I mean, you were the biggest stars with Tom back then.
Well, yeah. It was something. I still believe that winning the Eurovision was something pretty big happening to Estonia, especially when you call to your friends in different countries and tell them, listen, guess what? I'm going to be in the Eurovision. Yeah, right. How you gonna be in the Eurovision? You're from Aruba. No, I'm representing Estonia. What? Who? Where is this? Is it Russia? No, it's Estonia. Dave, where the hell are you? You know, so it was pretty interesting because then, as a representative of Estonia, you started a campaign of telling people and showing them where is Estonia, what is Estonia, when you became free with all this singing revolution and all that. So it was an interesting story to tell to the European world. One politician told me after winning the Eurovision, he said, Dave, you did more for Estonia in 1 week than we did in all our life. You know, so, but it was an interesting move, you know, to start with Holland. I'm Dutch, I have a Dutch passport. To start with Holland, from Holland, tell the people from Belgium, because they know me as a producer and as a songwriter. People from Scandinavia, Italy, France, on the islands. So basically, when we arrived in Denmark, the media knew a lot about Estonia already. You see, and so we did basically all the reclam before that.
You're pretty much an ambassador for Estonian.
And then was a question of, listen, let's just do the act like we can do it and we will win this. You know, people called me crazy, I remember still. Dave, you're out of your mind. I said, no, I'm not out of my mind. We are going to win it. I know we're going to win it. Johan Padam yelled at me in ITV, said, Dave, stop this thing. You don't know that we're going to win it. I said, we are going to win it. I will give you a big bottle of cognac if you win it. I said, you owe me a bottle of cognac now. You know? So when we started with all the 12 points, I mean, you weren't there. I thought Johan Padam was going to get a heart attack. He turned purple from his face and he looked at me and said, Mr. Benton, we are going to win this, right? I said, yeah, duh. I've been telling you this for a whole month. You know, so it was something. It was a great opportunity. I think it's a great achievement for whoever reached this stage. Especially for me, coming from Aruba, a small island. I mean, Muhu is bigger than Aruba. And to be so far to win the Eurovision for Estonia, you know, so it was great. I'm proud of it.
Okay, it's great. I also know that you know like 8 languages, right?
About.
I mean, how do you know 8 languages?
I tell you, we were raised by the Dutch. That means that you go to Dutch school. Aruba is part of the Caribbean, 15 minutes away from Venezuela. The TVs, everything what you get at that time was in Spanish. So you're born and raised speaking Dutch and speaking Spanish. On top of that, you have your own local language, that's Papiamento. And Papiamento has a lot of influence of Portuguese, you see. So you go to school, when you graduate high school, you have to graduate with sufficient marks for 4 international languages. French, Dutch, Spanish, and English. And you have to know, for your exam, you have to know 4 different books in each language. You have to write your own history in all the languages. And you have to get a sufficient mark for that. So you finish school speaking basically 4 international languages. You have your own local language. When you reach the last class, the last grade, you can choose between German or at that time it was Esperanto. That's a terrible language. Nobody can speak it, and the ones who speak it cannot understand it. So that's terrible, is that? But German, ja, ich spreche een klein beetje. So, because of the Dutch, you are able to pretty much understand the German language and defend yourself pretty much in it. But on top of that, I worked for a whole year and a half in Berlin, so that helped. Because of Spanish, you can help yourself a lot with Italian, a lot. And then the Portuguese comes from our own language. So pretty much, okay, and now I speak nearly como 20% Estonia. So that's pretty much. I never dig into it to really learn Estonia, because it's difficult. It's the most difficult language I ever hit my head on. And I'm not gonna lie, I mean, I know it by now, I know pretty much. I have how do you call it? Grandma at home, my wife's grandma, and Ragi, I know Estica. And that's it, period. Doesn't matter what I tell her. Ragi Estica, Dave. Okay, so I have no choice for that. But this is the history of the languages.
Okay, so nowadays in Estonia, besides singing, you sing Christmas time. You have a lot of concerts, right? And also, I mean, what does Dave Benton do nowadays?
Producing. A lot of producing. I basically produce my own events. I have a event organizing company, and yeah, you sing every week. after so many years of being in Estonia and people still calling you, Dave, we would like you to sing here, Dave, we would like you to sing there, are you free this date, are you free? So I believe that I can be pretty proud of the Estonian people. I always say that I'm here and I'm still rolling because of the Estonian people. If they don't like you, then you can forget it. As simple as that. When comes the busy time, like the autumn to end of the year, I always say, listen, if nobody calls you, it's because they don't want you. As simple as that, you know. And if you have a lot of work, it's because everybody still wants to hear Dave Benton.
So it's good, you're not bored at least.
Bored. I tell you, the only thing that really makes me think of, I pack my bags and I go straight back to Aruba. That is January, February.
Still haven't gotten used to the cold.
Nobody gets to. Every time when I have to wake up and I have to shovel the snow to get my car out of my yard, I feel like, it's not nice, but anyway, I feel that the main thing I think about me being in Estonia, I always believe that you will stay where you find a place that you can call home. I have a great family, I have great children, I have a great wife, I have great people around me. So it's home.
It's good to hear. Nowadays, Estonia, how are you liking the, since you came here, have you seen good progress, are you happy?
For me, it's something that goes with Dave Benton. You know, Estonia grew since the time I came here to stay here. Estonia grew pretty much, and so did Dave Benton. You know, at the same time. So I always really connect the growing of Estonia together with my own growing here. You're out of questions, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking on the spot if I could ask you next. Is it something you want to talk about yourself? Maybe some ideas you have, what people here want to hear, maybe? Improvise, maybe? Little song on the spot.
I tell you, there's one thing that I would like to talk about and to say
yep.
many times everywhere I go. I was listening to our colleague there, and I have to add something on top of it. Main thing about yourself, wherever you are, be yourself. Be yourself. Don't expect the country where you're in to change to your behalf. You are who you are. You're Estonian. You moved to South Africa. You are Estonian. Stay Estonian in your heart, in your mind. That's who you are. That's your identity. You see? And after years that you are in South Africa and your children are born and all that, trust me, your children are going to grow up not being Estonian. There are South Africans. And that's the main thing. This is happening a lot with most of us who moves to let's call our motherland. We come from Aruba, we moved to Holland. Yes, but we are Arubians. We are Arubians. Holland is not going to change for us. Holland will stay Holland. It's the same thing. I came to Estonia, I'm here in Estonia. I never thought Estonia is going to change for Dave Benton. It can't. I mean, I can go to Selver, to any port or whatever, and say, no, you have to treat me like this because I'm from Aruba. They're gonna look like me like, Mida? No, it's opposite. You have to act like you are in Estonia, because this is your place now, you see. So that's what I wanted to add to his conversation. So you have to be careful.
We'll see, maybe someone has a question for Mr. Dave Benton.
No? Okay.
Just one, maybe? Anyone? No? Very, very shy. I guess we can just wrap it up. If you have nothing to add.
I would say, for all you who are youngsters, believe in yourself. Believe in yourself and go for whatever you dreamed of. If that's really what you like, what you want in life, go for it. And believe that you can get it. Thank you.
Everybody.